We're doing a watercolor painting today called As Above, So Below. I think of the universe as an engine of creativity. The singularity begot energy, which begot matter. Matter begot planets, which begot people. And people begot YouTube. Now you can watch me beget this painting. First I put a lot of water and a little yellow on the brush and draw a little diamond shape. And then I just dab some very strong blue colour on there. When I watch the colour spread through the yellow, there's one word that I think of: fractals. Next, I dab a weaker red colour on there, just to fill in the background and let it spread. And then I start with the next section, which you'll see will be a parallelogram of yellow with a lot of water. You can just use plain water with no colour in it to form the base, and then dab other colours in to watch it spread through. I like this style because you are giving up control to the paint itself, and you really don't know what you're going to get until the end. Dabbing some stronger red in this one to let it mix and form a nice colourful image. And then some of a warmer yellow to fill in the background. Sometimes I think ideas are like seeds or plants or people. When you plant a tree, you're always going to get the tree of that seed. And you can affect how healthy it is, how well it grows, whether it thrives or dies. But it's still going to be the same tree. I feel like ideas are like that too. If you have a good idea, you can get a really nice image. Your level of skill affects how it's expressed, but the idea is the important thing. I like sketches because they show the idea in its very raw form, like looking at a seedling. And I like watercolours too when you do it like this with no sketch beforehand. The idea develops on its own and you really have very little control over it. You'll end up with the surprise as to what you get at the end. When I started this painting, I only had this part of it in mind, these three shapes. I had no idea what was going to happen next. I'll speed it up a bit here as I draw basically a mirror reflection of the top surface with slightly different colours because the colours are never repeatable, like beautiful snowflakes in their own right. I really like the way the one on the right looked with the blue and the red. Kind of looks like a dragon in the sky. I'd like to try this again on a much larger scale. And I wonder if I could add a bit more viscosity to the liquid. I wonder how that would affect how the colour flows through it. I sat staring at those 6 colourful shapes before I finally decided to draw that black line. Sometimes you can't really know what is going to be in a picture, but you can just look until it becomes kind of obvious. I wasn't really stoked on the quality of these lines, but it did the trick. The good thing about taking a long time to decide is that it gave a chance for those coloured squares to dry, because if you touch even a little bit of the black to wet surface, it'll spread out and look a bit crappy. So those propeller looking things and this circle kind of became obvious after I'd drawn the cross in the middle. I like the contrast between the black rigid shapes and the colourful freeness of the original shapes. And then as more parts of the image come into my mind, I just put them straight onto the paper. To me, this painting portrays how the universe is always creating stuff, like created the planets, created the plants and animals, and then human intelligence, which is just another part of the universe, created artificial kind of stuff, which I feel like that is what the top half of that image is like. And then I feel like the bottom needs another organic shape, so I put another very wet yellow layer on there and dab some red in there. I'll follow that up with some blue, just the same as what I did before. Okay, and that's the end. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I certainly did, and I'll talk to you next time.